watching Good Morning Football and Skull Vikes.
Skull Vikes, they get the win. They host the Eagles. The Eagles fans are already chirping on Twitter. Don't call them America's team. Our plan is working, Kyle.
Perfect.
I don't even know what our plan is. You've confused me with whether or not to pump these teams up or not.
The only plan is having no plan, okay?
Agent of Chaos, Kyle Brandt. All right, let's bring in Will Selva out in the NFL newsroom in L.A. You're preparing to give us an update here. Nate Burleson is looking at videos of octopuses on his Twitter timeline. Octopi? Just want you to know that.
Octopi.
Yeah. Sure. Just wanted you to know that. That's what Nate spends his time
Blowing
doing.
my mind right now, Will. Don't
He's
look
like
at
terrified.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad that's on your mind first and foremost, Nate. Thank you for sharing
He'll
that.
take it away.
All right. Well, Seattle's Legion of Boom suffered a handful of costly injuries this season. Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, and Cliff Averill, just to name a few. And on the topic of Averill, head coach Pete Carroll had hinted that his playing days could be over, saying Averill would have a hard time playing football again. Averill says, though, not so fast. He joined Steve Weish on the Aftermath yesterday and said he believes he will play again. Averill added he's in the process of recovering, and when he gets through that, then he'll figure out what's next. Averill suffered a neck injury back in Week 4. Meanwhile, Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels is getting another shot at being a head coach. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero reporting McDaniels is expected to get his shot with the Colts. McDaniels has already reached out to potential candidates to fill out his staff. He lasted less than 2 seasons in Denver in his first head coaching gig. The vacancy in Indy apparently isn't the only one to be filled soon. Ian is also reporting the Giants are expected to hire Vikings offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur as their new head coach. Shurmur can't do anything until Minnesota's season is done. Like McDaniels, this will be his second crack at being a head coach. He spent 2 seasons in Cleveland before ultimately being fired. One person happy with the potential hiring of Pat Shurmur is Odell Beckham Jr. The Giants wide receiver tweeting out that he's, quote, geeked at the thought of hiring Shurmur in New York. OBJ sent out a tweet. Ain't that conventionally sweet? Y'all want to rap? I tell you, it's a trap. I'm a newsman, not a salesman. Spitting out fire so you don't tire. Dropping those bars as our report on the stars. Oh! Boom!
We were not ready. Can you get a dab thing?
That was Will. Dab thing.
Trill Selva
Thing.
with the bars.
Job, Trill.
Man.
Right there in between news
And if
breaks,
you
now
don't
you know what I
now
do.
you know. Good job, Will.
Will, you're the best. Most versatile man in the business.
That's
Thank
the
you.
truth. Any BFF of
Felt the
Latavius
pressure.
Murray. Don't get jealous, Will. We have Jerick McKinnon on the show who gets to kick
nice.
it and chop it up with your boy Tay-Train every day. So stay tuned for that. The Vikings running back Jet McKinnon will join the show. We are officially on to, I put up those 4, Will. It wasn't 5. Just saying.
Okay,
we're
good point.
officially on to championship week. The Jags look for their first ever Super Bowl berth, but they got to go through Foxborough and the defending champs to get there. We have reporters on the ground with both teams. Let's send it over now to Aditi Kinkhabwala, who is with the Steelers team reeling after coming up just short against Jacksonville.
Okay, the Steelers cleaned out their lockers Monday and insisted that the only reason for Sunday's upset loss was a lack of execution. But at the same time, this is a team that wrought drama upon itself nearly all year, from the star running back holding out during training camp, to the star wide receiver being called a distraction by the quarterback, to the quarterback suggesting maybe I don't have it anymore, to another wide receiver demanding a trade, and on and on. Now, to be fair, there was adversity, as linebacker Vince Williams called it Monday, not of their making. Beloved owner Dan Rooney passed away. Linebacker Ryan Shazier suffered a devastating spinal injury. And so head coach Mike Tomlin told his team he was proud of it after 13 wins. But as Williams said, with this much talent, this season, he said, was a wasted opportunity. Now to the team that does move on, the Jaguars and Omar Ruiz.
Good morning, Aditi. Certainly a lot of back and forth last week between those Steelers and these Jaguars. A little bit of a different story this week so far, coming from this very confident Jaguars locker room. Nothing but respect and compliments for Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Marcel Darius, certainly a lot of experience facing New England over the years, saying the key to slowing down Brady is to be like a gnat in his face all day long. He said sacks don't bother Brady. Persistent pressure up the middle does. And then there's guarding Rob Gronkowski, Doug Marrone, saying he doesn't know if that's possible. Seems like nobody's figured it out yet. It might mean that second-year All-Pro corner Jalen Ramsey might get his literal biggest assignment yet. For more now on the Patriots and the familiarity they have with this Jaguars team, let's send it up to Randy Moss in Foxborough.
Well, Omar, the Patriots just found out they were going to be playing the Jags on Sunday night, so that means they're just now beginning to hit that film study hard. They haven't played in the regular season since 2015, but they had joint practices here, 2 of them in August, and played in week 1 of the preseason here in Gillette Stadium. The Jags winning that game 31-24. That was a long time ago, but safety Duron Harmon said you could tell even back then the Jags weren't going to go 3-13 again. He said from the beginning, we knew they were going to be a good football team. Okay?
Thanks so much, Randy Moss. I forget that they had those joint practices. It's almost as if the Jedi Master Bill Belichick knew that at some point he could meet them this season. A lot's changed, maybe not even so much on the Jag side of things, though, but more for the Patriots and their defense that did not start out this season playing very well.
It was written.
It was written. All right, J.T. Barrett, guys, he leaves Ohio State as perhaps the best quarterback in school history. Listen to this.